Good afternoon, everyone. Today I'll walk through some key ways we evaluate and assess how natural resource management actions affect biodiversity, the central challenge for sustainability and ecosystem health. Why are we concerned with this? Every NRM, whether it's land clearing, habitat restoration, or resource extraction, can impact species and habitats in huge ways. Reliable assessments and evaluation ensures we make smart choices, meet legal requirements, and design good mitigation strategies. There are several approaches for evaluating and assessing the impacts of NRM actions on biodiversity. Baseline surveys and ongoing monitoring. Collecting data before and after interventions tells us what's changing. We track species richness, abundance, and habitat condition as required in most Australian environmental impact assessments. Indicator species and bioindicators. Certain species or groups known as indicators are highly sensitive to environmental change and reflect wider ecosystem health. Some species, like koalas, act as sentinels, with population changes, such as those tracked with the Brandy Hill Quarry case, used to signal broader biodiversity trends. Ecological and habitat modelling and scenario analysis. Quantitative models, such as habitat suitability modelling and population viability analysis, predict biodiversity outcomes under various NRM. They can estimate extinction risks, assess habitat connectivity, and inform adaptive management planning. Remote sensing and GIS analysis. Spatial data and satellite imagery help assess habitat connectivity, fragmentation, and land use changes at landscape scales. Biodiversity indices and metrics. Tools such as the Shannon or Simpsons Index, functional diversity metrics, offer standard measures for changes. Legislations and EIAs, laws like the EPBC Act, require projects to go through environmental assessment, though sometimes these reviews are influenced by politics or community pressure. Community and Indigenous knowledge integration. Involving local stakeholders not only adds depth, but ensures outcomes are context sensitive, drawing on traditional expertise. Offsetting and restoration assessment. When NRM actions damage habitats, restoration or offsetting, such as creating or restoring similar habitats elsewhere, aims to reduce ecological balance. The success of these strategies varies and requires careful monitoring. Used together, these methods combine quantitative data and stakeholder insights to give a fuller picture of NRM impacts, supporting adaptive management, stronger policy, and lasting ecosystem health. Australia's legislation often lags behind science and community expectations, especially when rapid change like bushfire hits. Social licence and public engagement, as seen in Brandy Hill, can drive more comprehensive biodiversity reviews than regulation alone. The most effective approach combines rigorous science, adaptive management, and genuine community involvement. This blend of ongoing monitoring, flexible adaptive management, and inclusive stakeholder engagement moves beyond the limits of traditional statutes, creating more responsive and resilient conservation practices. In summary, evaluating and assessing impacts of NRM actions requires integrating sound science, effective policy, and community engagement. Combining adaptive management with ongoing monitoring strengthens biodiversity protection and supports sustainable outcomes. Thank you for listening, and I look forward to hearing your perspectives in this week's discussions.